Indeed. Now, when Queen Victoria wanted a private beach, she quite simply bought one. It's just reopened. There we go. Look, there's some pictures that were in the news recently on the Isle of Wight. Beautiful beach. Yeah.
But when John Bunn from West Sussex decided he needed a beach, he just, well, made one himself.
When the sun shines during the Great British Summer, people in their droves flock to our beaches.
But today is not one of those days.
Howling wind and rain aside, we like being by the seaside.
But for centuries we've had to fit our homes, our livelihoods, even our holidays around the floods and the erosion of our ever-changing coastline.
Take Selsey on the south coast of England, a popular summer holiday destination.
Erosion here is a big problem. In places, up to 14 metres of prime holiday coastline has been washed out to sea in the last 10 years. As the old adage says, time and tide waits for no man.
That is, unless the man is John Bunn. This modern-day King Canute has an empire at risk and is spending millions trying to keep back the sea.
What sort of erosion have you had?
We've lost about 15 metres since the 80s, and it was becoming accelerated. We lost quite a lot in March 2008. We've had flooding. Our sole concern is the sea, and if we have a breach, then we have a major problem. We've now got to just call a halt to it, and we're putting in, 14 million plus pounds to protect the business and build what will be a fantastic beach and amenity facility after that.
But the beach that protects John's holiday park from the sea is in trouble.
What's happening here is called longshore drift. Imagine you're a little pebble like this. Every time a wave comes in, it washes you up the beach. But because the waves are coming in at an angle, you go up the beach at an angle. And then as the wave washes back out again, you're dragged back down, but straight down. So gradually over time, what happens is you do a zigzag up and down the beach, gradually moving in that direction. Now imagine that the whole beach is doing that at the same time. Eventually, this beach will go that way. John's going to put the old beach back where it was. But how do you go about building a beach?
Lots of machinery and rocks, that's how.
So what's going on? What are you doing?
We're placing something like 360,000 cubic metres of shingle and about 100,000 tonnes of rock.
So what's the big chain of sausages called?
This is how we deliver the shingle to the beach. The shingle is quite stony, quite sandy, and we get that from banks offshore. We get about 3,000 cubic metres of shingle and sand into the ship. The ship then comes over to here, connects to the floating pipeline, and then pumps it ashore. Then we reprofile that with bulldozers, with excavators to get the shape of the beach that we need.
And that's how you build a beach?
And that's how we build a beach.
Are you concerned then that this is just going to have to be done over and over again?
That's the thing about beaches like this. You can't just build a beach like this and walk away from it. It needs to be maintained, and what we will do is we'll monitor the movement of the beach over the coming months and years, and we'll be recommending to Bunn Leisure how they should redistribute that shingle so that it maintains the standard of protection they need.
The weather's doing its best to erode the coastline here today, but in just a few short weeks there'll be a brand new beach here for everyone to enjoy and build their sandcastles on.
Fascinating. Fascinating.